Star Wars is saved. Star Wars is saved. Don't worry, it's saved. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have come in and saved everything. Everything's perfectly fine now. Everything's great. There is totally no story inconsistencies. There's nothing wrong with this story at all. The Book of Boba Fett has been an absolute travesty. People who like this, I don't understand your standards for entertainment. I don't. And I'm not hating on you. I'm not. But if you like this stuff, please just go watch the original trilogy. Remember how good it was. Remember how good it was. Hell, at this point, I'll take the prequels. But everybody now is saying Star Wars is saved. John and Dave have saved Star Wars. And it's absolutely abysmal. And when we look at this, coming from StarWars.com, the best of the Book of Boba Fett 5 highlights Chapter 6, From the Desert Comes a Stranger. Oh my lord. And you can stream this episode now on Disney Plus if you want to. Yeah, after Mando's blah. Okay, so Mandalorian comes in. He tries to go visit Baby Yoda. And I'm not going to call him Grogu. Screw that. It's Baby Yoda. He comes and tries to visit Baby Yoda. And of course, Ahsoka Tano comes in and stops him and says, oh, you only make it harder on him. So he gives her mithril, essentially, little Beskar armor. And she says she'll deliver it to Grogu for him. Okay, so the best parts about this episode. Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple, where everyone dies. We've glimpsed Luke's storied temple in the comic books and on film. Although, to be fair, it is mostly rubble and flame in Star Wars The Last Jedi, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Now we turn back the clock to see New Jedi School and its inception with ant droids working hard to place every stone for the first humble hut. First off, ant droids. I don't give a shit about prior canon and all that. You can't find a more creative name for these robots, for these droids. You can't find a more creative name than ant droids, because guess what? They look like ants. Congratulations. We're gonna get more into that. 2, Grogu's memory of Order 66 and his memory of the Coruscant Temple. We relive Order 66 from a new perspective through the eyes of wee baby Grogu. Tucked in beneath a blanket, all the youngling can do is watch helplessly as 3 brave Jedi try and ultimately fail to starve off the impending clone insurrection. How does he get out of there? How? That would have been actually very interesting to see. Is how little Grogu, little Baby Yoda, got out of Order 66. Because if he's in the temple, maybe we should have seen how he got out of the temple. But of course, it's just look, remember Star Wars? Yeah, well, I don't anymore. 3, a Jedi training montage. Luke Skywalker is racing through the forest with long-eared green alien in his back. Long-eared green alien. Yeah, oh my god, remember, it reminds you of Empire Strikes Back, except it's the opposite roles. It doesn't make sense. Yoda was training Luke. He was giving him training as Luke ran the obstacle course, the Dagobah run. He was going through Dagobah to learn how to sharpen his skills. Why is Baby Yoda on his back? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, going back to the article, but takes us back to Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. Ooh. But this time, it's Luke who's the teacher trying to help Grogu master the ways of the Force, or at least reconnect with the training from his days at the temple, and Ahsoka Tano making a special first appearance in the series. And Luke seemed proud of Grogu's progress when he literally crushes the training remote. If you look at this episode, all of this happens within the span of a few hours. maybe Empire was unclear. We didn't know how long Luke was on Dagobah, but at least I thought it was at least a couple weeks. Had to be at least a couple weeks. This, by the clothing, atmosphere, the vibe around the whole series, this isn't a few hours. And then Luke goes on to say, "Oh, he's remembering more than I'm teaching." What? What? Are we going to go into the repressed memories of a baby? Because this kid, don't forget, oh, he's 50 years old. He's essentially a toddler. And not a toddler like a 4 or 5-year-old. He's a toddler like a 2-year-old. This doesn't make sense. Okay? And all they're trying to do is get people to watch because Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett, you have all these remember berries. And they're trying to get watches to justify their purchase of a $4 billion franchise. Cobb versus Cad Bane. Cobb Vanth is back. Who cares? Who cares? Who watched this show thinking, man, I really hope I see Cobb Vanth again? And he doesn't care about your lucrative spice running cartel. What is so wrong with spice? We have never touched on it. Again, Lucasfilm, Disney, has thrown out the extended universe. So anything in the extended universe about spice cannot be touched on. They have told you nothing about spice. Why it's bad. Why it's detrimental to the society. Why it shouldn't be ran in a drug-running fashion, because that's what they make it seem like. In a tense standoff between the blistering twin sons, the marshal of a newly named free town clears the streets to protect his turf and his people from Cad Bane? Fans of Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars The Bad Batch know the mysterious Duros gunslinger well. We never thought we'd see Bane in live action, once again voiced by Corey Burton. Good job actually getting the voice actor, I'll give you that. But he looks and sounds exactly as we'd expect. Too bad Cobb and his deputy are no match for the elite mercenary who seems to have thrown his allegiance behind the Pike Syndicate. Okay, if you go back and watch this episode, where did he come from? This man walked out of the desert from nothing. I mean, do Duros, is that race incredibly? They just have incredible endurance. Is he really fast? I don't know. But he smokes 2 dudes and walks away. And really, people are beat up on Twitter. Oh my God, Cobb Vanth is gone. Who cares? If you cared about Cobb Vanth, you just reevaluate some life decisions, please. And 5, Grogu's choice. We finally know what the armor was crafting from that Beskar spear last week. An adorably small chainmail shirt, Mithril. But the gift poses a dilemma for Grogu, who must choose between the ways of the Mandalore and walk in the path of the Jedi. With the handmade armor on one side and the lightsaber once wielded by Jedi Master Yoda on the other, the foundling turned Padawan must choose his destiny. Okay. 1. He's like 3 years old. Why are you giving him these important life decisions this young? Doesn't make sense. Just doesn't. Why can't he have both? I think lightsaber resistant armor would be pretty convenient to have for a Jedi. Why hasn't that been explored, more? I don't know. But Luke where did he get Yoda's lightsaber? Where did he get Yoda's lightsaber? Because in episode 3, he was fighting Palpatine in the Senate chambers, and it got thrown to God knows where. Luke found it. Probably the same way Maz Kanata found Luke's lightsaber. Anakin's lightsaber. We're never going to get an explanation for that. Don't hold your breath. We are never going to get an explanation for this. And Luke Skywalker holding to the old ideals of attachment, where attachment's forbidden, attachment is bad, where his attachment to his father, one of his only one of his only family members left in the galaxy, saved the galaxy as a whole because he believed there was still good in his father. He was attached to the idea there was still good in his father, and he risked his own life and his own well-being to save him and to bring him back from that. But nope, we don't learn lessons anymore. We don't do that. It's bad. We shouldn't do it. And everything goes back to the old Jedi teachings, which are proven to be ineffective. I don't know. This whole show's stupid. Disney's Star Wars is stupid. Doesn't make sense. And it eats me to my core, because this is the franchise that I grew up with and I love very dearly to my heart. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And we will talk to you later.